Hi, everyone. My name's Kirsten Curtis. I'm a counselor at the Counseling Center. Today, we're just going to share some mindfulness strategies that you may want to try. So one of the things that I try to do is when I'm driving into work, I try to be intentional about that time. I have about an hour commute. Instead, sometimes I will play music, but other times like I'll try to just like have my ride in silence to where I can have a moment to just, get my mind together, my thoughts before I enter into the workday and just set that tone before getting to work. Um, the other tip is around eating. I love food. And so I like to really, immerse myself into the whole process of eating, like, so paying attention to the taste, the smell, the texture, just so I can, um, notice all of the beauty and goodness that it brings and nourishment to our body. So, Kat?
So one of the techniques that I always use is being connected. So I always think to myself, be where my feet are, to sort of center my focus, not only physically to where my feet are, but also visualize myself being connected to something bigger. That I use is the earth. So connection to Mother Earth always helps me stay centered, stay grounded, and helps me focus inwards on my breathing, which then sort of helps me not feel so scattered. The other thing I do is I practice box breathing, which I would recommend everyone try. It's a simple technique of inhaling for the beat of 4 seconds, holding for the beat of 4 seconds, and then exhaling slowly to the beat of 4 seconds, holding for 4 seconds, then repeat the cycle. It's said that that practice actually helps centers you, and balances out the carbon dioxide oxygen ratios in your system. So those are my two techniques. Nona?
Yeah, so something that I like to do for myself, or that I try to do for myself, to be more mindful throughout the day, throughout the week, is to just practice letting go. There are certainly many things that I get stressed about throughout the day and throughout the week, things that I need to do or that I'm worried won't go the way that I hope they'll go. But what I try to do is not be too hard on myself or not like beat myself up for having the anxiety, but I just give myself kind of time to sit with the anxiety, do something to reduce it, hopefully, and then I let it go. So whether that's journaling, whether that's making a list, whether that's like, making a phone call to make the appointment, or, whatever it is, I do the thing, I take action, and then I just let it go because that moment that I'm worried about in the future isn't here yet. So I just try to get really connected to the present moment. And that I have found helps to bring me, a little more peace throughout my day and my week.
Oh, I love all of these strategies. I would say for myself, I like to start, I always think of mindfulness as like the John Kabat-Zinn definition of like paying attention to the present moment with curiosity and without judgment. And I'm not always successful at the not judgment part, but like trying to have curiosity. And so I like to start my day with 10 minutes of silent meditation. And for me, it's a good way to plug into like, how am I coming into the day? Like, how did I sleep? How's my mood? Where's my brain at? Right. And I love observing, where my brain goes. Like some mornings, I'm low energy, or I'm sad, or I'm angry, or I'm planning, and like it's hard to focus. It's hard to sit still. And so, how can I still be with myself even when I'm restless, even when I'm agitated? And I feel like that helps me plan for the day. I might have to make some adjustments if I know I don't have the capacity to do all the things I have planned, but I might need to make some adjustments. And I love listening to my body and learning to respect that my body is wise, and that if it's telling me like, oh, you're coming down with a cold or something, or like, oh, like maybe you went too hard the last couple of days, that I try to like make some adjustments, because that's the compassionate part for me, is um, respecting my body and whatever it needs today. And then I like to do mindful moments throughout the day. I've been trying really hard lately to spend time away from technology. So I'm trying not to bring my phone to all the meetings I go to. Trying to like arrive at meetings or places like at least a little early to like settle in and think about like which version of me needs to show up for this meeting, or like, are there any vulnerabilities or stressors about this meeting and how can I resource myself? And then I would say like trying to just bring mindfulness into all the things I do, like when I go exercising, like how can I be more fully present? And I think those are just some of the strategies. So I hope that you get from this chat that there's so many different ways for us to be mindful, and there's nothing to achieve. It's just learning to be more in the present moment and not traveling so much to the past or so much to the future, but trying to return back to the present moment where our feet is. Thanks for listening, everyone.